Alright guys, so first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to remove the membrane off the back of the ribs. This is kind of a barrier layer that it makes it real tough to eat. So we're going to get rid of that. Just take a spoon or any kind of butter knife or anything like that and just get under that first bone and peel it up just a bit, just enough to where you can grab it. And then take a paper towel. Grab onto that membrane. And it should come off in one good piece. Now, so what we're going to do now is we're going to trim up the couple of the fatty pieces on the back of this slab. Again, what we're cooking with is just a full slab of St. Louis style pork ribs. We got this at our local supermarket. And everything I'm going to be using today, we got all at a local supermarket. There's nothing fancy about it, nothing like that. So everybody should be able to grab all the ingredients and everybody should be able to put this together pretty easily. Alright, so what I got here is a little bit of Grill Mates brown sugar bourbon rub and just a little bit of garlic salt. I mean, you can get this, like I said, at your local supermarket. You can use any kind of rubs that you want, but I would definitely recommend at least using a garlic salt as a base layer first. So yeah, so we're gonna get both sides of these ribs. Just start giving a nice little layer over the top. Remember, we want to get both sides. Make sure you get the sides as well. This is one thing a lot of people miss is they salt both sides, but they don't get the edges. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to let these sit here for about 5 minutes, let that salt kind of soak down into the meat a little bit. Then we're going to come on back and hit it with a little bit of that bourbon rub. Alright guys, it's been about 5, maybe 7 minutes. We've let this garlic salt soak down into the meat a little bit. Now we're just going to go over and hit it with a light coat of this brown sugar bourbon rub by Grill Mates. This stuff tends to work pretty good. So again, we'll just go back over it. Just a nice light little coating. Okay, then we're going to flip them over. We're going to get both sides again. Like always, we always get both sides. And remember, get those edges. Never forget those edges. And don't rub it when you guys are putting it down. Just give it a nice little tap. Kind of tap it down into the meat. This meat is going to absorb this rub and it's going to kind of become a little bit tacky. That's when you know it's time to put it on the grill. Alright, so now that we got that done, let's go fire up that grill. Alright guys, as you can see, we got our temperature up to about 250. We're going to try to hold it between 250 and 275 throughout this smoking period. We're going to lay them meat side up. I just put them on so you can see these look great. I am using an offset today, but you can use anything. If you got just a regular charcoal grill, just make a 2-zone fire. So have your fire on this side and your meat on this side to where it's not directly in that heat coming up every time. So we're going to let these smoke for about 3 hours and we're going to baste them about every hour or so. So we'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, we've been on here for about an hour. So what we're going to do is, what I got here is just a little bit of apple juice mixed with a little bit of apple cider vinegar. We're just going to give it a quick little spray. Keep them moist. Make sure you get the sides. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flip these and leave them meat side down for about 30, maybe 45 minutes, just depending on how done they get. So let's flip them. Now we got these flipped. We're going to leave them on meat side down again, like I said, about 30, maybe 45 minutes. We're going to come back. We're going to flip them over one more time, bone side down, and then we're going to take them in for foil. Alright, we've been on for about 30 minutes now, and these look pretty much done on this side. So I'm going to flip them back over, and we're going to give them another about half hour, maybe 45 minutes on the bone side down. One more time, and then we're going to take them inside for foil. Alright guys, when you flip them back over, make sure you give them one more spray so we keep them moist on each side still. And then if you want to, you can hit them with a little bit more rub, but these look pretty good, so I'm going to skip that part. See you in a bit. Alright guys, we're out here at about the 2 hour and 10 minute mark, and these babies are looking pretty much done for this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them inside, we're going to wrap them up in foil and put a little bit of seasonings and everything on them and get them back out here on the grill. I'll see you inside. Alright guys, we're back inside here. We just pulled these off the grill. They're done smoking. What we're going to do is we're going to get these wrapped up in some foil. So what I got here is just some heavy duty, the big foil. It is 18 inches wide. So you can get this at Walmart, your grocery store, pretty much anywhere. What we're going to be using here is some brown sugar. Got a little bit of garlic butter. This is just some margarine mixed with a little bit of garlic salt and some minced garlic. A little bit of Farnks hot sauce. Little brown sugar bourbon rub once again. This is the same stuff we've been using the whole time. And then just a little bit of honey. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab this first rack here. Set it down right in the middle of the foil. Okay. You start off with a little bit of this garlic margarine. Okay. A little bit of that. A little Farnks Red Hot sauce. Now guys, even if you don't like it spicy, this does not make it spicy. It just adds a lot of flavor. So, my wife doesn't like spicy stuff, and I make it the same way every time, and she absolutely loves these. So, a little bit of brown sugar. And if you like them sweet, give it a little extra. Okay? And then of course that honey. Honey to get the money, baby. A little bit extra. Alright, just going to flip these over. And I don't like to do a lot to the back side, but what I will do is we'll hit it with a little butter. A little bit of butter here. Okay, and just hit it with a little bit extra rub. If you want to do the hot sauce, the honey, and the brown sugar on this side too, you're more than welcome to, but I don't find it really necessary. So give it a little bit of rub. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to wrap these up. So how we're going to wrap these up is you go meat side down. Just take one end of the foil, fold it over. Okay. Take the other end, fold it right back over this way. Fold it a couple times on each end. And one good fold over, just like that. And you should be good to go. All right, guys, I'm back out here on the grill. We got these ribs wrapped up, and what we're gonna do is we lay them meat side down, and we're gonna leave these for about hour to 2 hours depending. Well, we're gonna check them about the hour mark to see how tender they get. But right now what's gonna happen is all those fats and all those juices of the meat are gonna render down, and these ribs are gonna become very, very tender right now. So we'll see in a bit. All right, guys, we've been on for about an hour, maybe an hour 10 minutes so far. So we're gonna unwrap one of these and see how it's doing, see how tender they are. So I'd recommend using some protective gloves. I'm a little bit of a rebel, but just open this up and see how we're doing. Oh yeah, you see that little bit of pull back? That looks really good right now. Okay. Those are getting there. Those are pretty much done, but I'm gonna give them just a couple extra minutes just because. Let's fold those back up. Let's check out these other ones real quick. Oh yeah, those ones are definitely done. These ones were a little bit thinner than the other slabs. So you see how we got a little bit of that pull back on the bones right there? That is exactly what we want. Those are looking great. So let's fold these back up real quick, guys. What we're gonna do, a little bit tough to do with one hand, but we'll manage. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna slide these over to this other side of my grill that I don't have anything going on right now, to let them rest for a few minutes. This is just a gas side of my grill. This grill that I have, I actually got at Sam's Club. It's got a gas side, and it's got a smoker side and charcoal side. But as you can see, I don't even have a charcoal or a gas tank on this. I just love my smoker and my charcoal side. So anyways, we're gonna let these sit for about 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna let this one go for a little bit longer, and we should be good. I'll see you in a bit. All right, now these ribs have sat for about 15, maybe 20 minutes now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unwrap these, get them sauced up, and then put back on the grill to kind of set that sauce. So to avoid having a mess, what you can do is undo this foil enough to where you can get the ribs out of it. Okay, these are going to be tender too, so be careful when you're taking these out because they can fall apart on you. There's the first one, and then just kind of wrap this juice back up as much as you can and throw it right back into a trash can. Okay, we got these things unwrapped. What I like to do is I like to put a little more brown sugar over the top of them, just a little bit. Sprinkle it on there. Gives it that extra little sweetness with the barbecue sauce. And then I got some of my homemade barbecue sauce. Now you can use any of your favorite barbecue sauce, you know, Baby Ray's or any of those, and just give it a light little spread there. I don't make mine too saucy. I don't like them really messy. So give it a little spread, and then just take your brush and spread it around a little bit. Make sure to get the edges as well. All right. Now to top it all off, just a little more honey. Alright, we're going to get this closed back up. We're going to go for about 20 minutes here. All right, guys, it's time to pull these off. So as you can see, these look amazing right now. So let's pull these off. Let's take them inside. We'll cut them up. And the best time, let's eat. All right, we got these inside, and man, do these look good. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these up and put them in this little foil pan here. And then the favorite part, let's get to eating. So how I like to cut these is I flip them meat side down to where you can see the bones, and you can see these look absolutely amazing. We're just going to cut with a big knife. Now you want to go one big slice each time so it doesn't mess up the meat. So we're just going to go right in between these two bones here, down, and there's one. And look at that, nice little smoke ring. That is beautiful. And so we're just going to go all the way down the slab here. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at that. Nice and juicy. These are unbelievable. Now, you know I got to try these, so I apologize for eating in front of you, but I got to try this. That is perfect. See that? That's what a rib bone is supposed to look like. Not an ounce of meat left on it. Alright guys, just to recap everything, we got these ribs, we pulled the back of the membrane off, then we put a little bit of garlic salt on both sides, and then followed that up with a little bit of sweet bourbon rub. Then we got them out on the grill. Now the grill was set at between 250 and 275 throughout the whole cook. We smoked the back side for about an hour. We flipped them over. That side only took about 30 minutes, but it can range between 30 and 45 minutes. So just keep an eye on it. You just don't want it to get too dry. And then so after that, we flipped them back over, bone side down, and let it go for another 45 minutes. Then we brought them inside, put all of our margarine with the garlic in it, a little bit of honey, some hot sauce, some brown sugar, and wrapped them up in that foil. Then we took them back outside, the grill's still at 275, put them back on there for about an hour and 20 minutes. It'll range between an hour and 2 hours typically, but you want to always check it about at the hour mark to make sure that everything's going the way you want it to. There's really not a set time at this period. You kind of just got to look at them and see how much pullback you're getting on those bones. We looked at about an hour. It needed a little bit longer, so we came back at about an hour and 20, unfolded them again, and we had really good pullback on those bones. So after that, what we did is we pulled them off the hot grill and let them sit on a cool side for about 20 minutes, let those juices kind of absorb back into the meat, and then from there we unwrapped them. We put them back on the hot grill. Now from here, what we did is we put all our sauces on and everything, and we let those sit for about 20 minutes. And all that's doing is letting that sauce cook and letting it caramelize a little bit for you. I don't make mine too saucy because I don't like a huge mess, but you can put as much or as little sauce as you want on at that time. Then we went back out about 20 minutes later. We pulled them back off, we brought them inside, we cut them up, and it was ready to eat. Hey guys, if you liked what you saw today, please subscribe below. It means a lot to us. I'll also have all the ingredients and the cook times in the description below. So you just click on down there to where if you don't want to watch the whole video or you missed a spot, you can go straight to it down there and find out exactly the information you need. Thank you for watching.